friends of the British Council.
Everybody, Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up here at the Studio 34 Fantasy Sports Network here on West 35th Street in New York City. And we're back, and I am back with my orange and blue tribute to New York Rugby Club shirt because they just had another stellar New York Sevens. Started in 1958. They just pulled it off, and it was great. And as per our friends of the British Council, we covered it in this week's Community Corner segment. Check it out. Everybody, Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up here at the New York Rugby Club New York Sevens Tournament, and I have the pleasure of being here with Mr. Tyler Barberi of the champion B.E.S.T, or the B.E.S.T team, the Beltway Elite Sevens Team.
Yes, sir.
AKA B.E.S.T. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Matt. Yeah, it's been a long day, you know, and we're really happy, really proud of all of our guys out here, and you know, today we are the best. So,
Tyler, you guys came together how?
So we came together because all these super teams are forming across the nation, and we wanted to make a team that would be competitive at nationals. And last summer was actually our first summer. We have a team filled with guys from Baltimore and Washington, and we all come together and practice in midway point. And last year our goal was to make nationals. We actually made nationals, and we didn't get last place, so that was good for us.
So we talked in the booth for the Flo Rugby broadcast right after you guys won, and I did find out that you were a wrestler to start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I wrestled all through high school, well, ever since I was a little kid, and then ended up wrestling in college for 2 years.
So when did you pick up rugby?
I picked up college when I transferred from wrestling.
You picked up rugby in college?
Yeah. Well, I picked up college.
College was a side note for him.
Yeah, wrestling and then college. No, so I transferred colleges and then started playing rugby when I got to Towson. I had a buddy of mine that, well, at the time he wasn't a buddy, and he was my high school rival in wrestling, actually. And when I went to Towson, I ran into him. He asked me to come play. I said, "Why are you talking to me still?" And saw him a semester later. He's like, "Oh, come play rugby, man." And I was like, "All right, fine. If I get to hit this guy one more time, I'll be happy with it." So I went out and played and haven't stopped since.
And here you are, a large man, versatile enough to play sevens and win a premier championship in a very cool tournament, a very talented tournament. And you're following the footsteps of a guy named Dan Payne, who happens to be the CEO of USA Rugby.
Yeah, no, I heard, we spoke about it a little bit, and Dan, I heard he was a backup wrestler for the Olympics, and I mean, that's what I always strive to be. And after wrestling was done, you know, I tried to take that route for rugby, and you know, still playing, still trying to live the dream, but it's going well, and I'm glad to follow in the footsteps of a guy like Dan Payne.
What's your favorite thing about rugby?
My favorite thing about rugby is the camaraderie across the board. You know, I mean, I got brought together at the beginning with a guy that I hated, and now we're best friends to this day. And you know, I can be put out on the field with anybody out there, and I feel like at the end of the game, we're all just going to be happy and go to the bar and grab a pint.
Well, you certainly earned it. Final question for you. What's the coolest thing about the New York Sevens tournament?
I mean, New York in general, it's just a live city. The electricity here, you can feel it no matter when you're playing. You know, just get a little extra oomph, and you see the city in the background. You have the bridges all over, and you know, it's nice. It's a really cool place to play, and I love playing in the tournament.
How much you pay for those seats?
How are you, Matt? It's a pleasure being with you again.
We had another spectacular New York Sevens tournament under our belts. John, what was your favorite thing about today, John? Other than working with yours truly?
I like the fact that today was a beautiful 55-degree day here in New York City, and somehow they put us into shade in the cold in the broadcast booth, so we're the only cold people here.
You know, with the wind whisking off the river there, the East River.
But other than that, I mean, I had fantastic rugby all day. I just got to call the women's premier final because there was no men's premier final, and rugby Quebec beat Sion. Great game. Great women's rugby out here. Great high school rugby out here.
I have the pleasure of being here with Alexandra Tessier, who was the MVP of the tournament for the Premier Women's Division. Have you been to this tournament before?
Yeah, I think it's my, maybe my 5th time, actually.
How many MVPs?
That's my 2nd one.
The second MVP. Well, excusez-moi, I didn't realize.
You asked.
So it's old hat at this point.
No, I mean,
right?
it's always such an honor, a pleasure to receive that. Yeah, it's always a fun tournament. So, and it's a big day. So receiving this at the end of this day, it's a good thing. You know, it's a good.
What's your favorite part of the New York Sevens tournament?
It's like we spend all day with your teammates, and it's just, I guess, like a full day of good rugby, good pace, and then you hang out with your friends, your best friends, you know, all day while playing the game you love. So I think that's the best part of New York.
Well, we hope you enjoy that, and kudos to Alexandra and Tyler. Thank you for coming on. Matt McCarthy for Rugby Wrap-Up here at Studio 34, the Fantasy Sports Network here on West 35th Street in New York City, signing off.